Welcome back to the Upward Path podcast. Yesterday, we reflected on why mood should not be allowed to rule the day. Feelings can tell us something important, but truth and responsibility must still guide what we do next. Today, we continue Chapter 1, The Inner Compass, with Reflection 7, Look Higher Than Comfort. Many people know the story of Bilbo Baggins from The Hobbit. Bilbo begins in a warm, orderly home with a full pantry, a comfortable chair, and a life that feels safe and familiar. Then an unexpected journey appears at his doorstep, asking him to leave what he knows and step into uncertainty. At first, almost everything in him wants to stay home. The road will be cold, meals will not arrive on time, there will be danger and no promise that things will go according to plan. If comfort were the highest good for Bilbo, the sensible choice would be to close the door and remain exactly where he is. But then there would be no journey. There would be no courage to discover, no strength to develop, no friends to help, and no chance to become more than the person who first stood at the doorway. The comfort of home is not shown as bad or terrible, but rather it is shown as something good that cannot be allowed to become the whole purpose of life. That is the clear idea for today. Comfort is good, but it is not strong enough to guide a life. A person needs something higher than the wish to remain warm, pleased, untroubled, and undisturbed. This matters because comfort gives very simple advice. Stay where you are. Avoid what is difficult. Stop when effort begins to hurt. Put off the awkward conversation, the hard practice, the untidy room to clean, or the honest apology until some easier time arrives. The trouble is that the easier time often never comes. The work continues to wait, the problem grows, the apology becomes harder, and the small duty not completed today becomes part of tomorrow's burden. Comfort has a proper place. Sleep matters. Food matters. Play, warmth, quiet, and recovery matter. A person who never rests may become exhausted, impatient, and careless. So looking higher than comfort does not mean treating the body badly or pretending that tiredness is not real. The question is whether comfort serves what is good, or whether everything good must now serve comfort. Rest can prepare you to return to your duties with strength. But when rest becomes an excuse to avoid every demand, it is no longer restoring you. It is quietly shrinking your life. You can see this on a cold school morning. The bed is warm, the room is dark, and getting up feels unreasonable. Yet there are people depending on you to begin the day, and a future version of you who will be glad that the bag was packed, breakfast was eaten, and the day was faced rather than hidden from. You can see it when homework or practice begins to feel difficult. The comfortable choice is to switch to something easier the moment frustration appears. The higher choice is not to sit there for hours in misery. It may simply be to give the task another honest 10 minutes, ask for help, or repeat the part that is not yet working. You can see it at home when a job needs doing. A plate is left on the bench. Wet clothes are still in the washing machine. Someone needs help when you are about to sit down for a rest. Comfort says that your plans should not be interrupted, while responsibility reminds you that life with other people includes carrying a fair share of what needs to be done. Adults face this choice every day. It is often more comfortable to give in than to hold a calm boundary, easier to ignore a problem than to guide a child through it, and simpler to do every difficult task for a young person than to watch them through productive struggle and learn. Love does not remove every discomfort. Sometimes love stands nearby, offers help, and still allows another person to do the hard part that will help them grow. This reflection helps us from becoming fragile. A fragile person begins to treat every inconvenience as an injustice, every correction as an attack, and every difficult task as proof that something has gone wrong. They become less able to carry ordinary life because ordinary life does not arrange itself around their comfort. It also protects us from resentment. When comfort is highest, anyone who asks something of us can begin to look like an enemy. Parents become the people who interrupt the screen. Teachers become the people who assign the work. Coaches become the people who make training difficult, and family members become the people who keep needing things. But demands are not always attacks. Some demands are invitations to grow. A hard problem can teach patience. A household duty can teach usefulness. Training can teach discipline. A truthful conversation can bring order to something that has been quietly going wrong. The stronger and wiser person is not someone who loves pain or searches for misery. Difficulty is not automatically good, and exhaustion is not a badge of honor. The stronger person learns to accept the right discomfort for a worthy reason. They can be tired and still speak with care. They can feel nervous and still tell the truth. They can want the easy path and still do the next necessary thing. They understand that courage, skill, trust, and self respect are often built on the other side of a small amount of chosen discomfort. This is one reason comfort cannot be the highest aim. Comfort asks how to make this moment easier. A higher aim asks what this moment is preparing you to become. Those questions can lead in very different directions. A family can recognize this today by listening for the small sentences that comfort uses. I will do it later. It is too hard. Someone else can handle it. I should not have to feel this uncomfortable. Sometimes those sentences are true, but sometimes they are simply the voice of avoidance trying to sound reasonable. Pause and look carefully. Is rest genuinely needed, or is comfort asking for control? Is the task harmful or merely difficult? Is there a smaller step that can be taken without pretending the whole challenge must be solved at once? Looking higher than comfort may mean getting out of bed when the alarm rings. It may mean turning off the screen, beginning the first question, putting on the training shoes, clearing the table, or returning to a conversation that would be easier to avoid. These actions may not feel impressive, but they keep comfort in its proper place. The warm house still matters after the journey. The meal tastes better after honest work. Rest becomes sweeter when it follows effort rather than replacing it. Comfort is best received as a gift and used as a place of recovery, not obeyed as the ruler of every choice. So today, do not hate comfort and do not worship it. Be grateful for warmth, rest, safety, and ease when they come. Then be willing to leave them for a time when truth, courage, responsibility, love, or growth asks something higher from you. In closing, take the time to think and consider our question for today. Where is comfort asking for too much control over you? Thank you for listening to today's reflection on the upward path. Please stay tuned for the next episode as we continue through the 100 short reflections across 10 chapters, with new uploads coming daily. Tomorrow we continue Chapter 1, The Inner Compass, with Reflection 8. Have something above yourself. May your day be guided by truth, courage, and one small upward step. Take care now.